2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata. 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata review. Good things, small packages. The 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata is around as good as small convertibles get. 4.5-star overall score. The Mazda MX-5 Miata was completely redesigned just a couple of years ago, so it is no surprise the 2018 model receives few changes. Mazda did its homework using this Miata generation, increasing the interior quality and accommodations which makes it lighter and quicker than its predecessor. There is perhaps no better Mazda model that currently embodies their zoom spirit a lot more than the MX-5 Miata. Miatas might be best enjoyed in the event the road turns twisty. A peppy yet fuel-efficient 4-cylinder engine provides enough power along with a delightful soundtrack to help keep you entertained as many miles since you can handle. And on that note, if you wish the best version in the Miata for such activities, we highly recommend the club trim along with the 6-speed manual transmission. Mazda also provides an automatic transmission, nonetheless it doesn't feature many in the Miata's dynamic enhancing goodies. As always, though, you will discover downsides to Miata ownership. Taller individuals will spot the cabin confining and particularly tough to enter and exit when the top isn't down. Trunk capacity is usually a laughable 4.6 cubic feet, so packing light is usually a requirement for any journey. And lastly, inside the interest of saving weight, the possible lack of sound deadening produces a fair number of road and wind noise at speed together with the top up. Still, few cars will be more rewarding and fun to wheel around compared to Miata. If you can live with all the size limitations, you could have little reason to think about anything else within this segment to the pleasure of driving. What's new? Most only updates with the 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata are minor, while using biggest news being optional heated Recaro sport seats for that club trim. They are available while using new Brembo BBS Recaro package. Advanced keyless entry has become standard in general, and also the base sport trim gains the 7-inch infotainment interface. The club trim now gets heated leather seats in the event you opt to the package using the upgraded Brembo brakes and BBS wheels. You might go in a few directions while using 2018 MX-5, but the world thinks the club trim best embodies the Miata's ethos. In the club, you're going to get a performance-enhancing upgraded suspension with Bilstein dampers, a limited slip differential as well as a shock tower brace. More aggressive front styling along with an engine sound enhancer help augment the event. You'll also take advantage of a 9-speaker Bose sound system among other amenities. The one caveat is you've to get the manual transmission or you'll forfeit the performance hardware. Trim levels and features. The 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata is offering a 2-seat Roadster offered in 3 trim levels: Sport, Club and Grand Touring. All 3 trim levels are powered using a 2.0-litre 4-cylinder engine, 155 horsepower, 148 pound-feet of torque, that drives a corner wheels through a 6-speed manual or perhaps an optional 6-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters. The Sport trim provides a more bare-bones motoring experience. The club is made for sport-oriented driving, that has a number of mechanical upgrades and added interior features, as well as the top Grand Touring trim targets providing comfort, convenience and technology. Standard features for your Sport trim include 16-inch alloy wheels, a manually retractable black soft top that has a glass rear window, LED headlights and taillights, aircon, a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment interface, keyless entry with push-button ignition, a height-adjustable driver's seat, a leather-wrapped tire and shift knob, cruise control, Bluetooth, as well as a 6-speaker sound system using a CD player, a USB port plus an auxiliary audio jack. The club trim includes many methods from the Sport but is included with different equipment with respect to the chosen transmission. With the manual shifter, its content has a sport-tuned suspension with Bilstein shock absorbers, a shock tower brace, a limited slip differential along with an engine sound enhancer. Opting with the automatic negates these functions. Otherwise, All Miata clubs get 17-inch wheels with summer performance tires, a sportier front fascia, a rear lip spoiler, black mirror covers and roll hoops, red interior stitching, upgraded interior trim panels, a 9-speaker Bose speakers, with headrest speakers, satellite radio and HD radio, and dual USB ports, voice controls, plus a 7-inch touchscreen interface by having an auxiliary control knob attached with the center console. The club also turns into a safety-oriented bundle that features blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alert. The Grand Touring loses the manual transmission club's performance upgrades except with the sound enhancer, which remains a manual-only feature. But it gets adaptive headlights with automatic high-beam control, auto-dimming mirrors with exterior heating, lane departure warning, body-colored mirror covers, automatic wipers, a cloth-lined top, leather upholstery, heated seats, automatic climate control and also a navigation system. A Brembo BBS package emerges on manual transmission club models, and it contains 17-inch forged BBS wheels, stronger Brembo front brakes, an aero body kit and heated leather seats. For 2018, this package may also be enhanced with Recaro sport seats. Trim tested. Each vehicle typically is available in multiple versions which are fundamentally similar. The S on this review use our full test with the 2016 Mazda MX-5 Miata Club Convertible, 2.0 liters inline-4, 6-speed manual, RWD. Note, since this test was conducted, the present MX-5 Miata is fundamentally unchanged. Our findings remain fully applicable for this year. Driving. The Miata may not boast big power numbers, nonetheless it's small, light, in order that it always feels exceedingly nimble. You won't find many cars that place the driver more in touch using the driving experience or that will be more entertaining to operate a vehicle on public roads, especially the twisty ones. Acceleration. In our testing, a Miata with all the manual transmission reached 60 miles per hour in 6.3 seconds. You will never be blowing doors off V8 Camaros, nevertheless it's nonetheless appropriate acceleration to the car's zippy character. There's an abundance of mid-range torque. Excel quickly can be as pleasurable as it's easy. Braking. Our test car stopped from 60 miles per hour in 111 feet, and that is slightly more than we'd expect since it had the optional Brembo brake package installed. The distances and pedal firmness remained consistent, though, plus it stayed composed in full panic braking. Steering. Steering effort is lighter than we are familiar with from a Miata, and feedback can be a little muted, too. Even still, it remains one of the top steering examples now available. It reacts with immediacy and is also very accurate. The tire feels perfectly shaped with you. Handling. Few cars feel more light and nimble compared to the Miata. Precise and predictable would be the operative words. There's more body roll than expected when cornering aggressively. But overall, driving a Miata along a curvy road can be an absolute blast. Driveability. Even however the Miata can do entertaining performance, it is easy to push in everyday commuting situations, yes, even that has a manual transmission. The small footprint is well suited to tight city confines and parking spaces. Comfort. Roadsters aren't famous for being comfortable, nevertheless the Miata bucks that trend with compliant suspension tuning and seating to the long haul. There's a noticeable number of noise, nevertheless for some, that's part from the allure. Seat comfort. The seats cradle occupants with just the right quantity of support. The side bolsters provide ample lateral support without having to be intrusive. After hours of driving, you should still be pretty comfortable. Ride comfort. Despite its small dimensions and sporty intentions, the Miata isn't punishing. There's a good amount of compliance to smooth over bumps, but bigger potholes will be sending a good thud with the chassis. Long trips won't be a challenge. Noise and vibration. road and wind noise is prevalent at highway speeds while using top-up, and not to the point that it is intrusive. The pleasant exhaust tenor is loud enough to restore sound special, but it really is much less loud, it's obnoxious. Climate control. The Miata's simple climate control interface, featuring its 3 large and knurled knobs, is very easy to use. However, the device has trouble regulating temperature even with all the top-up, especially on sizzling hot or abnormally cold days. Interior. The Miata's interior is well crafted, having a pleasing and relatively ergonomic design. But a little car similar to this comes with all the typical drawbacks, such limited cabin space for bigger than average people. Ease of usage. The primary controls are well placed throughout the driver, plus the gauges are simple to watch. But the infotainment system's controller knob was in a spot where drivers might place their right forearm, plus it doesn't fall chilly at hand. Getting in, getting out. The average size adult could have no problem slipping to send and receive. Taller drivers may have to curl themselves throughout the opening in the event the top has risen. Short doors aid access in tight parking spots. Roominess. 6-foot-tall drivers will reach the size and style limitations of head and legroom. Even for that typical adult, the cockpit is snug enough to think that you're wearing your vehicle. But it doesn't feel claustrophobic. Visibility. Forward visibility is as well as it gets nowadays, as a result of favorable windshield positioning and narrow roof pillars. As small as the vehicle is, there's hardly any guesswork with rear visibility, too. Quality. The interior materials have improved significantly through the last Miata and from now on meet the standards due to this price point. Utility. A tiny trunk, no backseat and limited cabin space imply that this isn't the top if you need to transport large items. Small items and soft duffels are definitely more easily accommodated. Small item storage. The tidy bin involving the seats serves as a less convenient glove box, since there isn't one. It's your primary destination for store your items, and its holding capacity is concerning average. That's helpful considering that the removable cup holders are great for holding cups only. Cargo space. A significant drawback. The Miata's 4.6 cubic foot trunk is comically small, plus there is no glove box. The bins behind the seats are small, along with the other pockets are tiny. The removable cup holders can obstruct shifting. Technology. In club and grand touring trims, the Miata incorporates an easy-to-use infotainment interface. There's also a respectable variety of advanced driver safety aids. The subwoofer's quality, however, is unimpressive. Audio and navigation. Mazda's infotainment system is an easy task to navigate and employ. But even with all the 9-speaker Bose stereo upgrade, the quality of sound is only middling, which is easily overwhelmed by wind and road noise. Smartphone integration. The Miata has 2 USB ports but no Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Playing media stored on your own phone is pretty easy using the native system, though. The 12-volt outlet is strangely and inconveniently hidden deep inside passenger footwell. Driver aids. Blind spot monitoring and rear cross-traffic alert now come standard of many Miatas. But adaptive cruise and forward collision warning aren't available. Voice control. As long because cabin isn't too noisy, voice recognition is accurate, and on-screen prompts simplify use. Using voice commands to go into an address can be as easy as with another system. Long-term road test. To find out more about the 2018 Mazda MX-5 Miata of the generation, watch our updates coming from a full year of living that has a 2016 Mazda MX-5 Miata. We cover many methods from seat comfort to real-world fuel economy. There are only minimal changes since 2016, and our observations still apply.